Hey Lori, it's just me. I was going to do a video show you how I curl my hair. Maybe it would help you to see how to do your hair. I just blow dried it. I put my heat protectant on it, just sprayed it on and brushed it through, just like I did in the other one. And then I like to just pin my hair up with one of those big clips, and so I've got my bottom layer down, and then I just take. This is how I do mine. So I do mine a little bit different than I do Ryan's. So for the first ones, I take and see where the thing is. I just take it. Now Ryan likes me to do hers like this, like you pull it down a little bit, and that does like the smaller curls. I'm not super big fan of that. See kind of how it looks, because she doesn't like it to be super curled. So anyways, so I just take it. I'll hold it for just a second and I'll let go. Okay, so then just as I go around, one thing that I do on my hair that I don't do on Ryan's, sometimes, not every time, the first time I curl it, I switch directions. So now see which direction the thing is going back. That way. Just the same way, the release a little bit. I just do it that way because I think it gives a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more difference, or I don't know, it's just not as boring. I don't like it all facing the same way, except for when I do the front. Almost did not like I do Ryan's. So I just did her hair the way that she likes it. So see, I've still got this hair here, and I hope that nobody makes fun of this video or how I talk or anything. Really just making this for my sister and my daughter so that they can kind of see how to do their hair themselves. See, if you want yours all facing the same direction, you can do it whatever way you want. But whatever direction I went on the time before, I just switch it back and forth. Just like that. A little bit at a time. The hair in the back is the shortest, so it's kind of, for me, sometimes the hardest to get. And so now I'm back here at the front little piece. I just take that and then a little bit. I like the pieces towards my face most of the time to curl back, just because that's what I like. Now, when I get to this portion, I don't do like most people and let it down, because then I get confused because I don't have a mirror in here to see the hair behind me. So what I do that is a little bit different is I pull down each little section of hair and do it individually. Now, because this one's behind my ear, I did do it curled the other way, but like I said before, you could do it all facing the same direction. There's not a rule of how you have to do it. So then I just go all the way around my head, and I just pick another little piece, and I try my best to get, just the size that I need. I'll show you what I do, because I'm sure it will happen. If I get too much, and like this piece is not gonna fit in there, I'll have to remember to do that one. So I did forward before, so now I'm going backward. And see here, there's a little piece here that somehow didn't get curled. Oh, that's that first little piece that I was showing you, and it didn't curl so good, because that's how Ryan likes hers to look, kind of pulled. I don't like mine pulled. I like to kind of brush my fingers through it after I finish. Here's that little piece, and because it's towards the front, I'm gonna curl it back. And curling it back means that this part is facing that way. If you want to curl it forward, this little piece is going to face behind you. That's just how I remember it. So just go all the way around, a little bit at a time. I try to make sure, and there went a piece. So just make sure if I drop a piece that I grab it so that all my hair ends up getting curled. And you just kind of do that all the way around. I know that this is kind of boring. I don't know how to speed it up for you. Maybe I'll figure that out in just a second. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one towards the front. Okay, so that one did. Okay, I'm going to show you what I do when I accidentally pull out too much, because that happens a lot. Okay, so like sometimes when I pull like this whole big section, that's way too much. And I know it's probably crazy. Somebody's going to watch this and be like, who does their hair like that? So I just kind of hold this. Sometimes I hold it in my glasses, I hold it in my mouth, but somehow I just loop it that way so that, and I bring it forward, because if I don't, then it's going to end up not getting curled if it falls down. So now that's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. It's what works for me. So now I'm going to take this piece, and it's okay if you take kind of bigger pieces. I like those bigger pieces. It's still a small curling iron because my hair's short, although it's getting longer. I'm so excited. It was super short last year. This time it was the year, so it's growing. So I'm going to kind of go ahead and pause that so that I'll kind of show you how I do the beginning in just a minute. All right, so here we are. I have curled all the way from like the middle of my head all the way back, and I just, you know, flip-flop back and forth which direction. So this is where I kind of do it a little different. So I've taken the front portion of my hair, what is not curled, and then I just take where I want it to be parted. I kind of can't see too super well, so like here is my part line, a roundabout. I don't care that my part line is exact. So I'm going to leave this hair out and pull this back into my clip. And so for this portion, I'm just going to clip it there. It's easier kind of, this is a little bit manageable. So I've brushed it. So one thing I didn't say earlier is that sometimes when you're pulling hair out to curl one piece, it sometimes does kind of get all this messed up. So several times throughout the whole thing, I will take the clip out, brush it really good, and then start all over with the hair that's in the clip. So I didn't show that because it's kind of boring. All right, so now I've got this section, and almost all of this hair I'm going to curl back, which again means that this part of the curling iron is facing the front. Okay, and I just do like that. Looks kind of weird. Can't really see. I probably look like a crazy person, but this is just what works for me so that I can get all of my hair curled. Used to hate I'd curl my hair and then I'd have like 4 pieces in the back that weren't curled. So this was kind of the workaround, and I have done this without a mirror, sitting on the couch watching a movie with the kids before, because I've done it so many times, and because you're just pulling the hair out of a clip, so you really have to be able to see what you have done. I'm kind of looking just to make sure that I get it all this time. And I may do some smaller pieces, sort of thing. I still do the same method. This is facing forward if I want the curl to go back. It's facing the back if I want the curl to go to the back. But I kind of like all mine to go the same way at the front of my hair for the most part. Just gives it a better look, I think. Okay, so here's the last piece on this side. I'll just let that go. Now I'll let these cool. So then I've got all of this hair here. So I'm going to brush it. And by this point, I have brushed my hair probably like 10-15 times. And there shouldn't be a whole lot of tangles, but I just like to make sure. Okay, so this is the part that it will start to get a little crazy. This is a super big section, so I'm not going to do it exactly the way that I did this one. I'm still going to kind of pull from here, and because it is such a big section, I'm still going to do some facing forward this way, some facing back that way. Okay, that's all how you grab the hair. So see, this one's going to come curl forward. Not everybody likes theirs like that. Just sometimes I do it. Cause sometimes after I've washed my hair, like it, now I just washed my hair today, but sometimes like on second day hair, my hair is a little flat. So I like to curl it that way just to give a little bit of bounce. And, oops, I got way too big of a piece of hair. So I'm just kind of pull that down there. Like I said, I don't even use a mirror a lot of times. We just have the one bathroom, so, you know. Of course, I have a mirror in my bedroom, but, you know, the times I'll be fixing my hair and the kid has to go to the bathroom. So I'm out in the hallway trying to finish my hair up. You know, that sort of thing. Or I'll do it while I'm watching TV with the kiddos or something like that at night. Or in the morning, you know, depends. So this one, I curled towards the front. I'm sure I should have a rhyme or reason. I don't. So, you know, it's just how I feel, what direction I feel like going with that curl. Alright, so once I get to this point, I kind of just leave it hanging down. And so it's in my face, which is, you know, super good look. Alright, so that last one on the top, I went forward. So this one, I'm going to go backward. And you could just go all backward. This does take a little bit longer than the other way, but I feel like because I take smaller pieces and smaller sections that, I don't know, sometimes it lasts longer. I think. I could be wrong. I could just be a crazy person that I'm wasting my time. I don't know. But I do feel like it lasts longer. And if you'll notice, I'm not spraying hairspray because I don't want these to look like ringlets when I'm done. Now, in the last video, you know, Ryan and I talked about how if I want her hair to be in ringlets, I have the Instant Freeze hairspray, and I will spray it while it is still on. Let me look at that. While it's still on the curling iron. So my curling iron gets really gross and I have to clean it. But since I don't want mine to be just exact ringlets, I do want it to be those pretty curls, but I'm going to brush through it a little bit with my fingers once it's cold. Okay, I just think those curls are so pretty, and maybe that's because my hair's always been so straight. So I enjoy having the curls. Now for the most of the rest of this, I'm just going to go curl it back from my face just because I don't like my hair falling in my face. It's a reason I don't have bangs. You just have to keep it on there a few seconds. I don't have it turned all the way up. I do have it up to 380. I don't like to go any higher than that because, especially with my bleached hair, I'm terrified of ruining my hair. I mean, to take good care of my hair. I don't want to ruin it by curling it and damaging it with heat. But I always do use a protectant no matter what I do. I can show you what it looks like when I did blow dry it this time. Sometimes I don't. Since it's been quarantine, I just wash my hair the night before, like in the evening after we go for a walk. I let it dry, and then, oops, I just curled that one the wrong way, but it'll be okay. It'll just kind of blend in. Let it dry. It's mostly dry when I go to bed at night, and then when I get up in the next morning, then I will, if I need to, if I'm going somewhere, or if I plan on seeing somebody, or if I'm teaching an online class, then I will straighten it or curl it or whatever. I also do like to do this sometimes with my straightener, but the curls look a little bit different. So I'll show you how to do that another day. That'll be another wash day. And I wash my hair like every 3 days. Don't like to wash it too much because my hair's kind of dry. Especially if I straighten it, I don't have to do a whole lot of heat to it. It looks pretty good the next day. Now tomorrow I'll have to touch up a few of these curls, but not a whole lot. It won't take me as long. So it's been probably close to 25 minutes. I know that's a lot of time, but it is, you know. took me about 5 minutes to dry my hair with my hair dryer, so. And there's the last card.